Now that all the information on your company has been set up, it's time to add the components of your business. Components of the business, by and large, only need to be set up one single time, though you can edit them afterwards, and are used throughout the photo booth operator software. When you click Components, you see the various different components that you have the ability to set up. It includes packages, extras, printouts, etc. What we're going to do here first is define exactly what we mean by packages and extras, as they are integral to the photo booth operator and may not be utilized in the exact same fashion by your particular business model. When we say packages, we refer to the contracted time rental agreements that you have with your clients. So, for instance, it could be a 2-hour package, a 3-hour package, a 4-hour package, etc. There are also extras that can be added to those packages, things such as a DVD, a guest book, early setup, etc., etc. Additionally, your packages can contain extras within them at a special discounted price. For example, many clients will have a 3-hour package at a set price. They will also have a 3-hour package that includes a DVD, a guest book, and a second set of prints at a price that is somewhat less than if you were to get the 3-hour package and add the cost of those 3 extras additionally. It's simply a motivation tool to get the sale at the higher price point. So when setting up our components, first thing we want to do is the extras, since our packages may actually contain some or none of these extras. We're going to use some data that's already been established here so you have an idea of what the extras are going to look like. First and foremost, we have our familiar table that you've seen many times before. It contains the name of the extra, the price, how many have been sold, its current status, and options. Options provide the familiar edit and delete. Additionally, there is a quote-unquote option. This is IRS. This, of course, is not an option, merely a designation. Some of your extras will be taxable items since they are goods as opposed to services. For example, a DVD. This lets you know that you have set those as taxable items, and they will be kept track of for you in the photo booth operator. As always, we do not give any kind of professional tax advice, but we do provide reports for you that can be assisting your accountant in determining your tax liability. You also have, as on many pages, our handy chart showing you a snapshot of each one of your extras and how many have been sold for the time period. The default time period, as usual, is the current year. And using the date range drop down, you can go ahead and alter this to whatever time period you would like. Even though we already have data in here, we're going to go ahead and kind of start from scratch. So you may very well have a completely blank screen here, and we're going to add a new extra. With the new extra adding form now loaded, you must give your extra a name. Doesn't matter what it is, but you must have a name. Then we should put in a price for the extra. We'll say $45. If you'd like to put a description, you certainly may. Payout here is sometimes confusing to some people. What this is that if you are offering a payout to your attendants based on events that have this extra, you can put it in here. Sometimes an extra can be something that requires extra effort. For instance, an additional hour could be an extra. And if your attendants work over that time, perhaps they get an extra $25 in pay or something like that. It is optional and you can obviously leave it out. Below that is partner payout. Similar to the attendant payout, this though has to do with any sort of reciprocal agreements that you may have with any partners. Next we have the taxable situation that we were talking about before. Now, you can either indicate that your extra is taxable or not, and then whether to include the include the tax in the sales price or not. The photo booth operator is going to calculate this out for you, and the best way is just to demonstrate. So we're going to go and say that this is not included in the sales price, but it is taxable. As soon as we switch that to yes, the photo booth operator then instantly gives us a breakdown of the item price and the tax. Now, again, we have indicated that the sales tax is not included in the price. Therefore, the photo booth operator says the price is $45. In the previous lessons, you indicated what your sales tax rate was when entering information regarding your company. Therefore, the photo booth operator can use that figure to calculate what the tax liability on this is going to be. So in this case, we're going to do the tax liability on $45, which at the tax rate that we had entered is $3.34. When you enter this extra into the financials for add and edit event, it will show $45 as the price, and then it will also enter into the tax fields $3.34. The other option is to include the sales tax in the price. When you click this to yes, you see the photo booth operator instantly changes the values. What it says now is that the $45 is the total amount that will be charged, but it will include tax. So in this scenario, $3.11 will be taxed. Therefore, the actual cost of the goods sold, the test extra if you will, is $41.89. Whether you wish to include sales tax in the price or not, or even make it a taxable item, is entirely up to you. Again, there are advantages and disadvantages, but we do not give any tax advice, so you'll want to consult with your accountant regarding that. You can also set the status to either active or retired. This is extremely important, and we ask that everyone pay attention. If you have an extra that you no longer utilize or that has gone out of favor, we do not, under any circumstances, recommend you deleting that extra from the photo booth operator. Information about past events, including reports that you will generate, are tied to having that extra in the database. Therefore, it is much simpler to simply change its status to retired, and it will no longer show up as an extra that you can add to packages in your financials. It will, however, retain its value for previous reports that you run and past reports that you prepare to run again. The last option is the update or add image button. You may see nothing here, or you may see the small box with the X if you have no image. This will allow you to add an image for your extra. It is 128 by 128 pixels, but it will automatically be resized for you. So you simply click on the update image button. Now the photo booth operator has the upload image, and you see there that it tells you it's 128 by 128 and the image formats that are available for you. So we're going to go ahead and browse for the image. We'll just pick a guest book, and we click upload logo and put image. And there you see the photo booth operator now has that image stored for this extra. So once again, the only thing that's actually required is the name, but obviously it is in your best interest to include at the very least the price and indicate whether it is taxable or not. So we have all our information in now, and we're going to head and add the extra. You see now the photo booth operator has added the test extra, its price, none have currently been sold, and its status is active. You then have the ability, of course, to edit or delete, and because we indicated that this was taxable, the little IRS icon shows up.